We are live streaming and recording. Okay, it's 6:30. I'm calling this meeting to order. Welcome to the 2022 reorganization meeting of the Rockaway Township Council. Please be advised that all electronic remote meetings of the Township Council held on WebEx are recorded. Full and complete information concerning public attendance at all WebEx meetings is published on the Township website. All members of the public will be provided the opportunity to speak. Please be further advised that during any public hearing or open to the public sections of the meeting, the Township Clerk will send an unmute request to each member of the public and ask if they wish to speak. Once the Township Clerk has sent the unmute request, if you are attending the meeting by telephone, you will be prompted to press *6 to unmute yourself. And if you are attending the meeting using your computer, you will receive a pop-up requesting that you unmute yourself. As per Rockaway Township Code 2-5.14, any person desiring to address the council shall first seek recognition by the presiding officer, and upon recognition by the chair, the person shall give their name and address for the record. Unless further time is granted by the council, they shall limit their statement to 5 minutes. Statements shall be addressed to the council as a body and not to any member thereof. A councilman shall not direct any question to a speaker addressing the council except through the presiding officer. In addition to speaking on the record during council meetings, members of the public may submit questions and comments to the council by emailing questions@rockawaytownship.org by the end of the open to the public session. This meeting was advertised in the Daily Record and the Star Ledger, the official newspapers for the Township of Rockaway, on December 22nd, 2021. Notice was posted on the official bulletin boards of Rockaway Township. Please join me in the flag salute. I pledge allegiance
to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's take a moment of silence to remember the service and sacrifices of the armed service members who protect our nation and the first responders who protect our neighborhoods. Thank you. We have the official canvas. We have 6 ward council members each for a 4-year term. Terms are to expire on December 31st, 2025. We have Mary Noon, Ward 1, John Jack Quinn, Ward 2, Doug Brooks, Ward 3, Jonathan Sackett, Ward 4, Emmanuel Manny Friedlander, Ward 5, and Rachel Brooks, Ward 6. Now, I believe the mayor is going to administer the oaths of office to our council members.
I previously had done that over the weekend, so we're going to forego that. All of our ward council members have been sworn in and they've received the oath of office.
Okay. Now, Rabbi Asher Herson was supposed to be in attendance to present the invocation.
He's there.
He's here?
Yeah, he's there at the bottom. On my computer, he's below Peter Talbot.
And
I see him as well.
mine below
I
me.
carry a low profile.
Thank you.
Yes, but you
Yeah,
walk.
I just moved you up three boxes, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Whenever you're ready, Rabbi.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Together with you. Almighty Father in heaven, we live in turbulent times with a pandemic on everyone's mind, emotionally charged domestic issues, as well as individuals dealing with personal challenges. From where do we get the strength to forge ahead with vision and with a strong, positive attitude? To answer this question, we didn't look further than our own currency. Our beloved United States of America, a country of great divine benevolence and justice, has one and only one official motto: in God we trust. Belief is one thing, but trust is another. Trust is when you fully give over the matter at hand to the one you trust with full peace of mind and with absolutely no worries. We are, of course, obligated to vigorously pursue physical solutions to obstacles and challenges, but our efforts are only channels through which we funnel God's blessings. Solutions come through our endeavors, not from them. This is why we never worship our efforts and accomplishments. We humbly recognize them for what they are: conduits for the Almighty's blessings. Ironically, unlike faith, trust can only be developed in a time of significant challenge. So a demanding circumstance is actually the prime opportunity to develop a trust and inner bond which we may have never experienced before. So in fact, our national motto says a lot about the foundations of our beloved United States of America. This principle has always been a cornerstone of American life. So whenever we have a dilemma, the next time it occurs, which can be any moment, we can pull out our wallet and reflect on our currency for inspiration, because in God we trust is imprinted on it, a guiding principle which will never let us down. May you, our Heavenly Father, bless and guide the elected officials, administrators, and staff of our remarkable township with the wisdom and insight to lead, inspire, and guide all of our residents, so that we can dedicate ourselves wholly to enhancing life in our township, to fulfilling our civic and godly duties, whether it is befriending a neighbor, giving charity daily, regardless of the amount, but taking personal responsibility for another in need, and through working together as one team, which is the design with which the Almighty created us all. May the Almighty bless this sacred assembly and the reorganization of our township's government. May God bless Rockaway Township and all of its inhabitants, citizens. May God bless the entire United States of America. Amen. Amen.
Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Amen. Thank you, Rabbi.
For the opportunity. Good night. Happy and healthy New Year. And may God bless you all.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Rabbi.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now I'm going to take the roll call. Councilman Brooks,
Here.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Here.
Councilman Friedlander,
Here.
Councilman Jackson,
Here.
Councilman Kritz,
Here.
Councilwoman Noon,
Here.
Councilman Sackett,
Here.
Councilman Salberg,
Here.
and Councilman Quinn.
Here.
We have a quorum. Next, we have the mayor's address.
I'm just going to point everybody who's here tonight. I did a end of the year wrap up that I posted. on our website and on social media. So we do have a lot of business tonight to take care of. So I'm going to forego that. If you're interested in seeing the accomplishments that were made in Rockaway Township with the council and the administration, as well as myself, I'm going to point everyone towards that. I do want to mention that's going to segue into, I want to mention a few people that are here. We have some of our elected officials. We have our commissioners from the county level, some of our state elected officials, and we have a representative from Mikey Sherrill's office, our congresswoman. It's been great working with all of you over the past year. I know the council, shares that sentiment. We've done a lot of good things in town, bridge improvements, road improvements. I'm not going to go into it, but it's been great partnering with you. We feel like, a team with all of our other elected officials at the various levels. So I want to thank you, and we're looking forward to, a positive 2022 and to keep those, projects and that partnership and collaboration moving forward. Thank you.
Next, we have the election of council president. If someone would like to make a nomination, if you could raise your hand just so. Councilman Quinn?
Yes, it gives me great honor to nominate Joe Jackson for council president.
Second.
Second.
I had Councilman Brooks as the second. Okay.
I'll close nominations.
Are there no other nominations? Okay, I'll take the roll call. Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Jackson?
Yes.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
That's 9 yeses. The motion carries. Next on the agenda, we have Mayor Puzia will administer the oath of office to the council president.
Are you ready, Joe?
I am.
Okay. I, Joe Jackson,
I, Joe Jackson,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
and justly perform
all the duties
all the duties
of the office of Rockaway Township Council President
of the office of Rockaway Township Council President
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability,
and that I will support the Constitution
and I will support the Constitution
of the United States
of the United States
and the Constitution of
and the Constitution of
the State of New Jersey,
the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Joe.
Thank you. Congratulations. Thanks,
Yeah,
everybody.
all
Thank
right.
you. So I'll begin to proceed over the program. I know we have a busy agenda. I did want to say I appreciate everybody's support for this position. As I enter my third year, I think we've accomplished a lot together. In 2021, we worked with the mayor and the business administrator and department heads. We're well underway in developing Peterson Field into one of the premier sports complexes and recreation facilities in Morris County and probably in the state when it's done. We've also done some great improvements in our infrastructure. We've done some great family events like Family Movie Night, Rockaway Day. We continue to, work with the administration and the mayor's office to come up with new and creative ideas to make Rockaway a great place to live and work. So I look forward to doing that with the rest of the council members heading into 2022. And hopefully at some point when things slow down with COVID, we'll be able to get back in person to continue accomplishing things. So with that said, the next agenda item is the election of the council vice president. Do I have any nominations?
Yes, Council President.
Mr. Friedlander?
It is my honor to nominate Councilman Jonathan Sackett as the next Vice President of the Council.
I'll second.
I'll second that.
Okay. So it's Mr. Friedlander and Ms. Noon. Are there any nominations? If not, I'll close the nomination
Close
and yep, we can close it and take the vote. Ms. Clipperton?
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Manny is circling.
Come back to him.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Going on.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Sackett? Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
President
Oh.
Jackson?
Yes. It looked like he was coming back for a second.
Manny, you're probably gonna have to shut down and come back up.
I'd like to wait so he can get his vote in. Because
Yep.
it doesn't really matter, but it matters.
Manny, if you stop your video, sometimes your audio will kick in and then your video can come back on. It says you have low bandwidth.
Manny, stop your video. Can you text him, Jonathan?
Isn't he at town hall?
Yeah,
He is. Oh.
Rockaway Township Town Hall?
yes.
There he
There
is.
he is.
Oh, there he is.
Manny, can you vote?
Can you hear us, Manny?
He's
Can
frozen
you-
again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
I can hear you.
Got to vote on Jonathan for vice president. Go ahead and vote.
Okay, let's see if that works now.
That works. We can hear you now.
Can
So
you
now
hear
you're
me?
voting on Jonathan for vice president. Manny,
Yes.
we need your vote on Jonathan for vice president.
He said yes.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, he said yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's 9 yeses. Mayor, do you
Yes,
want
yes.
to administer the oath of office?
Yeah, I'd be honored to. Jonathan, are you ready?
Hold on one second. I have my wife here, so she's gonna hold the Torah here for me, and
Sure.
hold on a second. Just give 1 second. Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. I, Jonathan Sackett,
I, Jonathan Sackett,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially,
impartially,
and justly perform
justly perform
all the duties of the office
all the duties of the office
of Rockaway Township Council Vice President
of Rockaway Township Council Vice President
to the best of my ability,
to the best of my ability.
and that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I'll bear truth, faith, and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established
and to the governments established
in the United States
in the United States
and in this state
and in this state
under the authority of the people.
under authority of the people.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Jonathan.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. Do
Congratulations.
you want have anything? Did you want to say
Congratulations.
anything, Jonathan?
Yes, please, real quick.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Council President, and thank you for the council for having the faith in myself and Joe over the last few years. I think we've done an excellent job working together. When I came on board council, before most of you, I was on board with just Manny and Jack and Mike at the time, and we went through a lot of darkness in Rockaway Township, and worked hard to push our way through and to get Rockaway moving in the right direction again, and bringing the new council, men and women, on. It's just been nothing but a pleasure to work with you, all you guys, and looking forward to an excellent 2022. And I can't wait to get through this and get back in person together and more stuff. Looking forward to bring back Rockaway Township Day. We haven't had it in a few years due to everything going on. And looking forward to the many improvements at Peterson and throughout the town. It's not just Peterson. You know, don't think that we're all just Peterson. It's not true. We're here for the whole town, to improve the town, and that's what we're here for. Thank you so much again.
Yep. Thank you, Jonathan. Before we get into the rest of it, I think if we want, we can let some of the dignitaries, if they want to speak real quick. Chrissy, I'm going to start from the bottom up on my screen. Can you unmute Typhoon Celine?
I just sent the request.
Yep. Yep, we can hear you.
Okay, great. And it's great to be here. Great to be with you guys. And congratulations to all of you. And this council is going to do a great job. I'm 100% sure. And as a county commissioner, I will be there for you when you need me. Thank you, guys.
Thanks, Typhoon, and congratulations on being named the head commissioner. So,
thank you.
Yep. Next, I think I see Kelly. You can unmute Kelly.
Request has been sent. She's unmuted.
Kelly?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yes.
Hi, everybody. I just wanted to, I'm so pleased to be here on behalf of Congresswoman Cheryl. Just want to pass on her appreciation and congratulations to all of you on the reorganization tonight, and to everybody being sworn in. And thank you for your public service and commitment to Rockaway Township, especially with everything we've been going through the last couple of years. So she sends her best, and we wish you all the best. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thank you.
And then I think next I see Jay Weber.
The request has been sent. He's unmuted.
Jay, we can hear you.
Great, thanks. Just wanted to wish you a happy new year. Congratulations everyone for getting sworn in. Looking forward to continuing to work with the governing body. As the mayor mentioned, our office is always available to you. So please don't hesitate to reach out, and look forward to continuing to serve the people of Rockaway Township for another 2 years in the State Assembly. I very much appreciate that privilege and honor. And again, looking forward to good things for everybody in 2022. Thanks for the opportunity to say hi.
Thank you. Next, I see Commissioner Stephen Shaw.
The request has been sent.
Good evening, everybody. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year. It's my pleasure to serve the residents of Morris County. And I always have a soft spot for Rockaway Township. I lived there for about 6 years on Whitfield Court. And then actually, I'm in the building business and rebuilt a house there that was severely damaged by fire a couple of years ago and got the family in for the holidays. And you guys did a great job. You hosted the most successful mega site, vaccine site in the state, up at the Rockaway Town Square Mall. So always here to help. Thanks for having me, and happy 2022.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Next, Commissioner John Krikis.
He's unmuted.
Mayor's lead and keep this very short. Happy New Year to everyone. Congratulations to everybody who was sworn in tonight, and look forward to working with you all as we have in the past, going forward into 2022, which we hope will be a very different year on projects, the county and the town on behalf of the residents of Rockaway Township. Thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, Chrissy, you go back to the bottom and just see, I see Ray Serenelli's on. I didn't know if he wanted to say anything or if he's on to participate. Just wanted to check.
He's unmuted.
Hey, Ray.
No, I just wanted to wish everyone a happy new year. And again, thank you for all your confidence that you've shown us over the years, and wish you well in the coming year and a very successful budget year. We're looking forward to it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. All right. I think that's it. So as we move on with the agenda, I'd like to adopt the 2022 annual meeting schedule. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
Yes, real
Mhm.
quick. 3 meetings on there. Could we just cancel them off now, or should we wait for down the road? 2 in the summer and 1 next December.
We can remove them from the annual meeting schedule. I would recommend making a motion.
Yeah, I'd like to make a motion to remove the meeting from July 26th, August 23rd, and December 27th. Just so the residents, they don't put it on their schedule and it's already removed.
I'll second that.
Anybody have any discussion? Okay, we can take the roll call on that motion.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
He's gone again. There he is. All right.
No, I'm here.
Yep, yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
He said yes.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses, motion carries. Next, we'll be voting on the remainder of the meeting. Motion was made by Mr. Quinn, seconded by Mr. Kritz, I believe. You can take the roll call on that.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon? Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses. The meeting schedule is adopted. Next, we have the mayor's appointments. Mr. Mayor, I'll turn it over to you.
Okay. The first set of appointments are mayor's appointments. The second set are going to be mayor's appointments with the advice and consent of the council. Mayor's appointments, I'm going to start with Clean Communities Coordinator, which is a 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. That's going to be Cara Salino. Recycling Coordinator, 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. That's going to be Al Noth. Our Community Development and Revenue Sharing Committee, it's a 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. Regular member Pete Tabbitt. The alternate member for that committee is going to be our engineer, Allison Ferrante. Okay, I have our Library Board of Trustees. Those are 5-year terms. They end on 12/31/2026, and there's 5 names: Carol Tauber, Emily Coleman, and Ray C. Furman. This is for the Library Board, Chrissy. Okay, we're gonna have our Parks and Recreation Committee, 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. We have our regular members, Yolinder Gupta, Jonathan Sackett, Douglas Brooks Jr., and Doug Bratton. Now, some of these committees that that we're forming, that we're appointing people tonight, they're not all filled. We receive citizen leadership forms, and if people are interested, so some you are going to look at down the line, you might see 5 net members, but you might only see 4 appointees at this particular time. Our planning board, class 2 member, 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. That's going to be Rob Shear. Class 4 member, 4-year term ending 12/31/2025. That's Jack Elko and Kathleen Platts. We have our first alternate, 2-year term, 12/31/2024. That's as well for the planning board. That's going to be our first alternate is going to be Craig Babcock. We have a second alternate in the planning board, which is a 2-year term. That will end on 12/31/2024. That's going to be Laura Chivella. Okay, I have the Shade Tree Commission. That's going to be, it's supposed to be 5 names. We have 3 people of interest right now. Alan Baldwin, Deborah Harrington, and Kevin Casco. We have an Environmental Advisory Committee. It's a 1-year term, 12/31/22 it runs to. We have Gerald Applebaum, Judith Brown, and Mark Hiller. We have a Municipal Alliance Committee. It's a 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. Susan Gabe and Brenda Budd. Okay, that's going to be it for Chrissy. That's going to be it for the mayor's appointments. The next group are going to be the mayor's appointments with the advice and consent of the council. Are you guys ready? Okay.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be the first appointment is Affordable Housing Officer, a 1-year term ending 12/31/2022. And that's Erin Murray.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Second that.
Mr. Salberg, second. Mr. Quinn with the motion. Any council discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander, Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon, Councilwoman Noon,
She's saying yes.
Can you hear me?
Councilman Salberg,
Yes, now we can.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson,
Yes, that's 8 yeses. The appointment carries.
Okay. The next appointment, and this one I want to say a few words on. It's for our township attorney. It's the firm of Yachafano and Perone. I work very closely with them, as do the council. I speak to, both attorneys on a regular basis, daily. They have stood by Rockaway Township. They have offered sound advice and help through some very challenging times. And I'm looking forward to working with them this year. And that township attorney, that firm is the firm of Yachafano and Perone.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Motion.
I'll second.
Okay, Mr. Quinn and Mr. Salberg.
No, Friedlander.
Oh, Friedlander? Sorry, Manny. I didn't realize you were there.
Okay. I'm here. Where am I going?
I don't know. I couldn't hear you before. Any council
There's a whole-
discussion?
a month for this.
Clerk, can you take the roll call?
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
See?
Guess that's somewhere to go.
Councilman Friedlander,
If you can hear me,
Yeah.
what's going on here? Yes,
Can hear you,
yes,
Manny. Say it.
I am
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
muted.
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett, President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Congratulations.
Our Labor Council, it's a one-year term as well, ending 12/31/2022. That's going to be Laddie, Clark, and Ryan.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Quinn and Mr. Friedlander.
Oh, you got it. Now you can hear me.
I got you now.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Any discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, it's 9 yeses. Good, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, I have Bond Council, it's one-year term as well, ending 12/31/2022. That's going to be Hawkins, Delafield, and Wood.
Have a motion?
So moved.
I'll second again.
Okay, Mr. Quinn, Mr. Friedlander. Any council discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses.
Okay, I have our Municipal Prosecutor, also a one-year term, ending 12/31/2022. That's going to be Peter King.
Have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Quinn and Miss Noon. Any discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion carries.
Okay, I have Public Defender, one-year term as well, 12/31/2022 is when it expires. That's going to be the firm of Joseph O'Toole.
Have a motion?
So
I'll make
moved.
the motion.
Mr. Quinn and Mr. Friedlander. Any discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion carries.
Okay, I have the Citizens Recreation Committee. These are one-year terms ending 12/31/2022. And I have 6 names. And the first name who I'm going to designate as a chairperson is going to be Tom McGinley. He'll be designated as the chairperson of the Citizens Recreation Committee. And the members will be Tim Fortune, Jacqueline Bader, Patrick Egan, Sean Conley, and Richard Oler.
Can I have a motion? Sorry.
So moved.
Second.
Second.
In terms of discussion, I just like to say, like, I think it's great. I think we need more people involved, right? We only have 6 names. It'd be nice to see some people involved. I recognize most of those names as people that have been involved in Rockaway Township Recreation for a long time. It'd be nice to get some newer people out there. So if you're listening, if you're watching on YouTube or whatever, and you're interested in recreation, send in a volunteer form and see how you can help the township get better. Any other discussion? Okay, clerk, you can start the roll call.
Council President, before we move forward, I didn't quite catch who made the second.
Oh, was that Mr. Salberg or no? No?
Yes.
Yep, it was Mr.
Thank
Salberg.
you.
Yep, sorry, I should have said that.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're welcome.
Next are the council president appointments. They're the council liaisons, 1-year terms ending 12/31/22. 2022. So for the Board of Education Regional is going to be Doug Brooks. For the Board of Education Local is going to be Rachel Brooks. For the Citizens Recreation Committee, it's going to be Jonathan Sackett. And for the Citizens Recreation Committee alternate, it's going to be Jack Quinn. For the County Commissioners, it's going to be Adam Salberg. And for the I'm sorry. Okay. For the County Commissioners alternate, it's going to be Howard Kritz. For the Historical Society, it's going to be Manny Friedlander. Library Board of Trustees, Manny Friedlander. Library Board of Trustees alternate, Adam Salberg. Morris Council on Older Persons, Mary Noon. Municipal Alliance Committee, Manny Friedlander. Senior Citizens, Rachel Brooks. So council committees that are 1-year term ending 12/31/22. It's going to be 3 names. Local Emergency Planning. The council names are going to be Mary Noon, Rachel Brooks, and Howard Kritz. The Vehicle Review Committee is going to be Jack Quinn as the chair, Doug Brooks and Jonathan Sackett. The Ordinance Committee is going to be Jack Quinn as the chair and Manny Friedlander and Doug Brooks. And that's all I think I have that's on the agenda. With that said, the next is a council appointment, our auditors, term ending 12/31/2022. And that's Nisfakia LLP. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Okay, Mr. Quinn and Mr. Sackett. Any council discussion? Okay, clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander, Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson,
Yes, that's 8 yeses. The motion carries. Next is our Board of Adjustment, full member, 4-year term ending 12/31/2025. It looks like we got 2 forms, Eric Wakilski and Susan Roick. I don't know, how's it usually handled, Chrissy? Does somebody have to nominate one of them, or,
yes.
okay, would anybody like to
Joe,
nominate one of them?
yeah, Joe, can I make a motion to nominate Susan Roick? She filled in the last year or two, hasn't had a full 4-year term. So I'd like to nominate Susan Roick.
Anybody want to second that?
Second that.
Okay. That was Adam. Okay. And then do we vote on her, and if she passes, she gets it?
Yes.
Okay, so you could, any discussion? Okay, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon, Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Mr. Rowe will take that position. Next is the Planning Board Class 3 member. And I would like to nominate Jack Quinn to that position.
Second.
Second.
Okay. Any discussion? Okay, clerk, you take the roll call?
I had Vice President Sackett as a second. Is that correct? Thank you.
Yes. Mhm.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon, Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Next is a Community Development and Revenue Sharing Committee, 1-year term ending 12/31/22. I'd like to nominate Howard Kritz. The second.
Second.
Mr. Brooks. Any discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon, Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Next we have Firefighters. We have Richard Trona, Matthew Coyle, and Christopher Schottinger. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Quinn and Mr. Brooks. Any council discussion? Clerk, can I get the roll call?
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes, definitely.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon, Councilwoman Noon, Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett, President Jackson,
Yes, it's 9 yeses. Next appointment we have is for William Bercio. He's actually, I'm going to make an amendment by consent. He's actually going to be a junior firefighter, not a junior EMS. So is everybody okay if we make that change? We don't have to vote on it. We're going to change him. Just raise your hands if you're okay with that. Okay. So can I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Mr. Quinn and Mr. Friedlander, any discussion?
Is that for both junior firefighters, Joe, or just for one?
Just for him. We're just voting for him. So clerk, can you take the roll call?
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson,
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Next is junior firefighter appointment, Ashley Farrow. Can I have a motion?
So
I'll
moved.
make the motion.
Second.
Go with Mr. Quinn and Miss Noon. Any discussion? Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kritz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson,
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Congratulations to all the members of the public as volunteers that got appointed, especially the firefighters. Really appreciate your volunteerism. Next is the approval of the November 30th, 2021 regular meeting minutes. Could I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Second.
Mr. Sackett, Mr. Quinn and Mr. Sackett. Clerk, you take the roll call?
Councilman Brooks,
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks,
Abstain.
Councilman Friedlander,
Yes.
Councilman Kretz,
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon,
Yes.
Councilman Salberg,
Yes.
Councilman Quinn,
Yes.
Vice President Sackett,
Yes.
President Jackson.
Yes, that's 8 yeses, 1 abstention. Minutes are approved. Before we get into the open to the public, we obviously have we have a lot of items to cover tonight. There's a lot of agenda items. So I'm going to limit the speaking time for each member of the public tonight to 3 minutes. And that's what we're just going to do for tonight based on the amount of things we're covering in the agenda. So with that said, I don't know, Ms. Seeger, are you checking the email? Are there any emails?
There are no emails at this time.
Okay. All right, Ms. Clipperton, let's go through it.
Call-in user 2, you were sent an unmute request.
There's one above that.
Hold on, let me refresh.
Okay. Maybe I didn't, maybe I need to refresh, yeah. Oh, no, you're right, that's the first one.
Call-in user 2 is not unmuting themselves.
Okay, move on to the next one.
Call-in user 5. Okay. Christine Clark. Christine Clark, you're unmuted.
Council President Joe Jackson and to Vice President Jonathan Sackett. And thank you for your service to Rockaway.
No problem. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Happy New Year and God bless.
Okay, thank you.
Christine, if you...
It's okay.
Okay. Hina Noor. Jim Waters. Mr. Waters, you're unmuted.
No comment, thank you.
John Nab. Mr. Nab, you're unmuted.
Good luck, guys. Happy New Year. That's it.
Thank you.
Lily. Lily. Lisa Salberg. Lisa, you're unmuted.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yes.
I just wanted to say thank you to all those who are serving on the council this year, and I echo what Jonathan said earlier about you've been through a lot of stuff, and it's nice to be on the other side of it. So congratulations to all in your new positions, and a congratulations to our continued town attorney. Happy New Year, everybody.
And Lisa, just say your address for the record again.
10 Bergen Hill, Rockaway, New Jersey.
There you go. Looks like Lil is unmuted too. Lil, you there?
Yes, I am. Happy New Year, everybody. Congratulations to everybody, and this should be a fantastic year. Thank you.
Thank you. You can unmute. Yeah, there you go.
Mary. And I have 2 users logged in as MC and Pat Degnan. I do not have the ability to unmute them.
Yeah, I see that. Yep.
Robin Garcia as well.
That's all. Yep. So Pat Egan's the next one.
Mr. Egan, you're unmuted.
Yes, Patrick Egan, 59 Lennox Road. Just want to wish everybody a happy and healthy new year. And thank you, all the council members, for your service, as well as the entire administration for doing a great job in 2021. And I look forward to a great 2022. Thank you.
Thank you. Looks like Mr. Sarinelli's still out there, right? I mean, you could ask him if he has anything he wants to say. I think he's probably good though.
The request was sent.
Okay. All right, Mrs. Seeger, are there any emails?
No, sir.
Okay. That's all I see. Is that all you see, Chrissy?
I'm refreshing.
Yeah, looks like a couple dropped even.
That's all.
Okay, I'm closing the open to public. Next, we have ordinances to introduce. We have O 22-01. Is that right? Yes, okay. Amending Chapter 2 Administrative Code, Article 3, Section 2-5.14, addressing the council of the revised general ordinances of the Township of Rockaway, County of Morris, State of New Jersey. Have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Mr. Quinn and Mr. Friedlander. Clerk, you can take the roll call?
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kretz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon? Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, motion carries. Sorry if there's some delays in between me making the motions and stuff. I'm used to having people speak up, so I'm just getting used to this process we're going through. So, next is the ordinance introduces O 22-02, amending Chapter 7 Traffic, Article 6, Parking, Section 7-6.2, parking prohibited during a state of emergency of the revised general ordinances of the Township of Rockaway, County of Morris, State of New Jersey. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Seconded.
Mr. Quinn and Mr. Friedlander. Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kretz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett? President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion carries. Next ordinance introduced is O-22-03, an ordinance fixing the salaries of various officials and non-contractual employees of the Township of Rockaway and the County of Morris. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Crane and Mr. Kretz. Clerk, take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you. Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kretz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg? Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion carries. Next ordinance introduced is O-22-04, an ordinance fixing the salaries of various officials and contractual employees of the Township of Rockaway and the County of Morris. Can I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Mr. Quinn and Miss Noon. Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kretz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon? Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett? President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses. Motion carries. Next is the consent agenda. We have R-22-01, R-22-02, R-22-03, R-22-04, R-22-05, R-22-06, R-22-07, R-22-08, R-22-09, R2210, R2211, R2212, R2213, R2214, R2215, R2216, R2217, R2218, R2219, R2220, R2221, R2222, R2223, R2224, R2225, R2226, R2227, and R2228. Can I have a motion?
Council President?
Yeah.
Council President, before we vote
Yeah.
on it, I'd like if we could table R22-01, mainly because when I went to our website to review this, and I apologize for not getting this to the clerk before the meeting, but when I clicked on R2201, it took me to O2204. So I never had a chance to read the details of it, and I doubt any residents were able to either. So I don't know if anyone else had that problem, but yeah, it took me to an incorrect link. And again, apologies for not bringing this up to the administration or clerk beforehand. Someone wants to try it, see if it works for them.
Thought I pulled that up.
It works for me. I read it over.
Yeah.
It works for me. I'd read it over.
Strange. Yeah, I clicked on it, went to, all right. Yeah, it took me to O22-04.
Huh.
Maybe it was fixed when I, since I
Councilman
looked.
Salberg, that was on the website?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't go. Yeah, I didn't. I did it on the
Oh, no,
agenda.
I went
sheet.
to-
Yeah, I was looking at our agenda.
Yeah.
I went to the website. Yeah, if you want to try it.
I believe you.
Yeah.
Would anybody like to second the motion to table that?
I'll second.
So that's Miss Brooks. Clerk, can you take the roll call on tabling R22-01?
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilmember Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, that's 9 yeses that R2201 will be tabled. Next, I have a motion to vote on R2202 to R2228.
Motion.
Mr. Sackett,
Second.
Second.
Mr. Quinn. Clerk, you can take the roll call.
Councilman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilwoman Brooks?
Yes.
Councilman Friedlander?
Yes.
Councilman Kritz?
Yes.
Councilwoman Noon?
Yes.
Councilman Salberg?
Yes.
Councilman Quinn?
Yes.
Vice President Sackett?
Yes.
President Jackson?
Yes, it's 9 yeses. Those items carry. Next, we're going to do old business, new business, and reports. Each council member will have 5 minutes. We'll start with Mr. Salberg.
Thank you, Council President. Nothing in particular from the county commissioners regarding Rockaway Township. For new business, though, I did just want to read this. One thing that's been proven time and time again is that residents of Rockaway Township enthusiastically support community events. The successes of Dark Lake, outdoor movie night, Face House events, and holiday celebrations make this very clear. All of the hard work on part of the individuals, the administration and council, and township employees have made this happen. I believe the success of these events can only get bigger and better with more support, participation, and coordination. I'm asking the administration to form a community events committee charged with the responsibility to work with these individuals, township departments, existing committees, and local businesses to create a full calendar of township-centered events that can be enjoyed by all residents. More holiday events encompassing all denominations, more historic commemorations, food and music gatherings, and of course, Council Vice President, bring back Rockaway Day. By forming the committee with the sole purpose of enhancing the efforts already in place while strengthening participation and involvement, I believe it can create a year-long celebration of our town and what it stands for. And if it is formed, I'd like to volunteer as the council representative. So Mayor, I know we've discussed in the past, I would love to see just an all-encompassing committee to really take over these type of events.
Council President, can I render a few comments?
Absolutely.
Yeah, Adam had approached me on this. It's a great idea. This year and last year, I started going through some of the committees, and over time, some of the committees and things that we have formed in Rockaway, at the time they may have been appropriate for an appropriate time, but they haven't been used. So I'm starting to go over what's meaningful to the town and try to have a little bit more of a hyper focus in terms of what's going to benefit the town and what committees are going to be valuable. And this is certainly something that the administration is on board with. And I know the entire council is. You could see how much time and effort we all have put in to community service and doing things that the residents enjoy. So that's a great idea. We will definitely work on it on 2022. Thank you.
Great, thank you.
Anything else, Mr. Salberg?
I'm sorry?
Anything else?
No, just wishing everybody a safe and healthy holiday season. Hope they were enjoyable, and I'm really looking forward to working with everyone for 2022. Thank you so much.
Mr. Brooks.
Thank you, Council President. I just wanted to say I hope everyone had a great Christmas and New Year's since the last time we spoke. The other thing that I wanted to mention was recycling. I got a lot of texts and over the last couple of days, people didn't realize recycling was canceled on Friday, and they put out all their recycling and wanted to know what was going on. So that reminder is put it out tonight for tomorrow. Other than that, everything good. Looking forward to the 2022 year and the projects that we have going on throughout the town. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Kritz.
Yeah, first I wanted to congratulate those members that were elected and or reelected. So welcome. I look forward to a very productive next couple of years. I think Adam's idea for the committee is spot on. I think that there is tremendous volunteerism in town. I would love to see it centralized. If that committee does come into existence, Adam, I'm more than happy to volunteer to serve on that committee with you. So I think it's a great idea. I'd like to bring up, the current COVID situation. Obviously, we're all aware of what's going on with the schools, and we're kind of on hold now for the next 2 weeks. What's kind of gotten me is it seems there's a lot more anger with this one over previous situations. I would ask for people to understand, the difficult decisions that the school, that the Board of Education does have. They do have everybody's best interest at heart. I'd like to see people have a little bit more understanding with these kind of situations, whether you believe in, if you believe in the pandemic or not, if you believe in the vaccine or not. At the end of the day, it's for the health and safety of the kids. No, it's not ideal. Yes, it's harder for, especially me, to have 4 kids at home learning. However, at the end of the day, these are difficult decisions, and they're not being made in a vacuum. So I would ask for a little bit more understanding with your neighbors. Everybody's entitled to your opinion, but let's keep it civil. I'm seeing and hearing a lot of nastier things than I'm used to, and that's not us. That's not Rockaway, and that's not reflective of the people that we are. So again, stay safe, keep vigilant, get a booster or not, whatever you believe in, but let's do it together. We're all in this together.
Thank you, Mr. Kritz. Mr. Quinn.
Thank you, Joe. I'd like to thank everybody for all the ordinances that we passed, and I'd like to wish everybody a happy and a safe 2022. I can't believe we're here, but we will move forward and have a great year. I'm looking forward to this year. You guys don't know how long it's been, but I'm very happy to be here with all of you. So stay healthy, stay safe. Thank you, Joe.
Yep. Mr. Friedlander.
Yes, okay, as far as reports go, last month, we had the Rockaway Township Substance Abuse Alliance met. And if you're aware of what they do, they have a 4-phase program that works with Copeland. And because of the situation we're going over every month, we're going to discuss it at the next meeting in January, what's going on because of COVID. These 4 phases are live with the students. It's just the programs just don't work when they're virtual. So right now we're in the discussion with Copeland Middle School and the powers to be, how we can move forward. But they still are having their our largest fundraiser of the year, which people are aware of. I'll bring you forward when the time comes. But in May, we're partnering up with the Barn, and it's called the Concert for a Cause, and it's with the group. Let's see, I had it here a minute ago. Captains of Leisure, which it's pretty famous Jersey group, and they're going to be down there and playing, and you'll get the particulars on that. Historical Society, no meeting this month. Right now, we're just waiting for the town. We had grant money for working on the interior. We're just waiting bids to come back, but hopefully they'll come back, and then we could start for our 250th year anniversary, which is coming up next year. Not next year, now this year. So looking forward to that. Third, the library. Last month, if you heard, I think I mentioned it, where we had the ribbon cutting ceremony for the quiet room downstairs. And all your youngsters on the council who have young kids should go down to that library room downstairs. And it just came out. It was gorgeous. We had the foundation there and the Friends of the Library for that ceremony. Another thing, I guess everybody's aware of, we had another ribbon cutting ceremony a month or so ago at the new hotel on Green Pond. Beautiful facility, a great rateable. I drive there every day and I see cars parked. So obviously, people are starting to use it. So again, it's a good thing for the township moving forward. Hope to see some more. And that's it. Working well with the ordinance committee, moving forward now. Again, 2022, I'm praying for a great year and 3 years after that, because everybody knows the time on the council for me in the past has been a crazy 10, 8, 9 years. I'm looking for normalcy to move forward and better things to come for our township. And that's it. And
thanks.
Happy 22.
Thanks, Mr. Friedlander. Miss Noon?
Yes, thank you. Just hoping everyone had a great holiday season, and a happy, healthy new year. Manny said about the opening of the hotel. I attended that. That was great. Nice addition to Rockaway. I'd like to give Rachel a big welcome, and thank you for everyone else, and look forward to a great 2022. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Brooks?
Thank you so much, Mrs. Nude. I would just like to thank everyone for the warm welcome. Everyone has reached out and everywhere they can help, they're willing to. So I appreciate that very much. Just to echo Mr. Kritz, as sitting in one seat, moving on to another, I can assure you that none of the decisions at the school district are made in a vacuum. I think that the community, as frustrating as it is, trust me, I understand, just like Howard. I fortunately only have 2 right now at home, Howard, but it can be a challenge to work. So just be patient, allow your kids to, if your children have any anxieties or concerns, I have one, sometimes he gets a little upset and worried and nervous because he's a control freak. allow them to control aspects of this that they can, where they sit, what their, environment may be, whatever the simplest thing it is to help the kids, make it easy on them. But please keep in mind, this is not a decision they made in a vacuum or lightly. I can assure you, the administrators, the principals, the teaching, the union, they all were having meetings on holiday this weekend, 2-3 hour long, trying to make the best, safest choice for the kids and the staff as well. So please just know that. I know sometimes it's easy to get upset, but yes, they are absolutely doing everything they can to get these kids back in school. And please know, it's really a staffing issue. Bus drivers are sick, janitors get sick. It's so many different, it's not just our teaching staff. There's so many people, cogs in that wheel that make it move, that are super important, and they're hard to replace. So please be patient. And again, once in a while, raise your hand to just say, it's okay, we'll get through this. But on that note, once again, I appreciate everyone's support and warm welcome. And I look forward to keeping it going.
Nice. Thanks, Ms. Brooks. Vice President Sackett.
Thank you, Council President. And I said what I wanted to say earlier. This has been my first normal meeting in 4 years, and I really appreciate all the people on here, and not having to be interrupted, be able to talk and do the business that we're here to do for the town of Rockaway, not to argue about petty things. We're here for the people, and you can reach out to us. Anyone listening, reach out to any council member anytime, email us, call us. We're on the website. We're here to work for you. And looking forward to a great year. Hope everyone had a great holiday season. Thank you.
Thank you. I'll be quick. Number one, want to congratulate all the ward council members that were elected and won re-election. Looking forward to working with everybody. As Mr. Kritz and Ms. Brooks were talking about, just in general with COVID, everybody just stay safe out there. Make sure you're washing your hands a lot. I think that's an important thing. And then finally, I was able to go to the fire officer swearing in ceremony on New Year's Day and see some of the council members get sworn in also. So it was nice to see. And I think we have a good leadership team with Jim Russo in charge as our chief. So I'm looking forward to seeing good things come out of fire. So Mayor Puzio, I'll turn over to you for your report.
Yeah, I want to thank you, Council President. I want to thank everybody and congratulate everybody for their, renewed faith in Rockaway Township and running for office and, and getting involved. With that said, we had a large agenda tonight. We went through it, calmly and seamlessly. But I just want to make a point to the public. When we form our agenda, our consent agenda and ordinances, and we get to this point at a meeting, there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes. You see us voting fairly quickly on items. There's a lot of work that takes place prior. The council members call the administration, call Pat Seeger. We work out questions. You saw Adam Salberg tonight brought up an issue with our website that needs to be corrected. So these are the things that are going on. It's not just rubber stamping. I know we hear that as a common thread in politics today, in elected, in government. It's not just rubber stamping. The council people reach out to myself, to Pat Seeger, to our administrative team, and to each other to bounce ideas off of each other and to work collaboratively. So when we get to the point of tonight, there's a lot of work that went on behind the scenes. And I want to thank you for, everybody for all that you do. And I'm looking forward to working with you in 2022. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Gacifano.
Thank you, Council President. First, Happy New Year to everyone. Particular congratulations to the incumbent ward members of the council who were reelected, and special congratulations to Ms. Brooks on her election to her first term on the council. We wish you all the very best. It has been a pleasure to have the opportunity to work with you in the past year. We're looking forward to a intelligent, cooperative bunch of people who are willing to work together in the interest of the township and its residents. To Mr. Sackett and Council President, congratulations on repeating your terms, and we thank you for your confidence in us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mrs. Seeger?
Yes, thank you, Council President. I would like to wish everybody a happy new year and congratulations to all of you for having a great council again to work with in 2022. I'm looking forward to working with you all, and so is the staff and administration. And if anybody needs anything, like you've all reached out to me prior to this meeting with all your questions, I was happy to answer them. And anytime you feel the need, my phone is always on. Have a great year.
Thank you. Mrs. Ferrante?
Good evening. No report except
Okay.
echoing what Pat Seeger said. If anybody needs anything for 2022 from the Department of Engineering, Planning, and Construction, which also includes zoning, feel free to reach out to the mayor and Pat, and they'll pass it along my way. Happy 2022.
Thank you. Mr. Coward?
No real report, just congratulations to you all and for everyone who looking forward
Thank you.
to working with everyone for the next year.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Palmieri?
Yes, thank you, Council President. Just want to report that the finance team is working together to close out the year 2021. And so I tie some last loose ends with the 22 budget and have it ready for the mayor to review and then ultimately to the council. We'll also do our annual audit. And other than that, I just want to wish everyone a happy new year, and I look forward to working with everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Tabbitt?
Thank you, Council President. First, I would like to wish our governing body and our residents a happy, healthy, and safe new year, and also wish to congratulate our elected and re-elected council members. On behalf of Mayor Puzio, I also would like to provide the council and our residents with a timely COVID-19 update. It seems like there's been several occasions during the course of the pandemic when we described our circumstances using words like unprecedented, but here we are 22 months later with significant challenges before us. As members of the council and the community are well aware, we're presently seeing exceptionally high levels of COVID-19 transmission locally, regionally, and nationwide. The Omicron variant has now become the predominant strain, and it appears that the high rates of infection that were first observed in South Africa and the UK, which were affected by Omicron prior to the US, are manifesting here as well. To put the current rates of infectivity in perspective, and I think this is important, on December 4th, Rockaway Township had 3,175 confirmed cases of COVID-19. As of today, the township has a total of 4,287 recorded cases of COVID, and this is a 35% increase in cases over a 1-month period. So 1 year ago at this time, we were navigating what was then New Jersey and Morris County's largest COVID surge, with nearly 7,000 new cases statewide in a single day. New Jersey broke the 7,000 case per day measure 2 weeks ago, and the case total has been as high as 35,764 in a single day during the last week, or 5 times the previous high during this entire pandemic. Further, these numbers don't even include the many home tests that are not formally reported, nor a presumably large number of cases that are not even documented via a test, since symptoms are more commonly mild than earlier in the pandemic. The fact is, there's still a lot about Omicron that we don't know, but it's important and of some encouragement to note that despite the very high levels of community transmission, the latest surge of COVID does generally appear to produce mild symptoms among most individuals. This is particularly true among those who are fully vaccinated, including a booster shot. So on that note, please allow me this opportunity to remind residents that it's never been more important than now to be fully vaccinated for COVID-19. And if you've received the initial Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson vaccination, please make an appointment for a booster. As of December 27th, 43% of eligible New Jersey residents and 47% of eligible Rockaway Township residents have obtained their COVID-19 booster shot. Everyone 5 years and older is eligible for a COVID-19 vaccine in New Jersey, and everyone 16 and older is eligible for a booster if it's been at least 2 months since completing their initial vaccination. So please schedule a booster for yourself and your eligible family members. I also wish to remind residents that we all can and should take some simple steps to help mitigate risk to ourselves, our families, and our friends. So at this time of very high COVID-19 community transmission, please remember, as I believe the council president alluded to a moment or two ago, please remember to stay home if you're not well, to wash hands frequently, to mask around others, to utilize social distancing, to avoid unnecessary indoor public gatherings at this time, and to test to confirm that you're negative for COVID-19 as necessary. I think if we all just take a few steps, small steps, to protect ourselves and our neighbors, we will together get through this latest challenge as well. The health and safety of Rockaway Township's residents is the #1 priority for the mayor and council, for the Department of Administration, and the Division of Health, and we're certainly here to help. So residents with questions or who are in need of COVID-19 related resources are encouraged to contact the Division of Health at 973-983-2848. And thank you, Council President.
Thank you, Mr. Tabbitt. With that said, we'll conclude our meeting. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So move.
Mr.
Second.
Quinn, Ms.
Second.
Noon. All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year all.
You too.